Hey, it's the Midnight Raven, and welcome to episode 18 of the It's Not All Doom and Gloom podcast. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am the Midnight Raven, and I do these every couple of weeks, looking into the past, the present, and the future of your own mental health, as well as looking into my own. So today I have actually done a counselling session this morning. I came home and I thought, you know what? I haven't done this, I think it's for like a week or two now. So we are continuing the 365 days of journal prompts self-discovery. We have done 40 so far, and we're going to continue these until we run out, and then I don't know what I will do from there, but we will work that out in due course. So today we are going to do 5 more questions. You can participate as much or as little as you want. Share your stories, share your advice. Criticism even doesn't have to all be good or positive advice. It could be negative advice. I'm willing to hear everybody out. Also, if you want to share your stories with me, you can share as much or as little as you want. The more you can share, the more we can help each other. If we're struggling or having problems, it's always good to have a third party and a listening ear from an exterior source. So let's get on with the podcast. So today, episode 18 of It's Not All Doom and Gloom. Question 1. How do you feel about the pace of your life? So, in this modern day world, we are excelling and we are going at such a fast pace, the whole world sometimes feels like it's spinning. I don't know if it's for you, but it does for me. Like, today's the 1st of October, but they're talking about Christmas. Christmas is 13 weeks away. Do we really want to jump 3 months ahead of time? I mean, or why not just put Easter out and get 6 months ahead of time? How far do you want to jump to the future? Like, some people look towards their holiday next year, or they look forward to their birthday, or they look forward to that baby that's due. I mean, how fast a pace of life do you want? Do you want to look to next week, next month, next year? Are you looking towards the next 5 years? Are you planning the next 10 years of your life? Usually when you're younger, you start planning ahead. You're like, well, when I leave school, I want to get married, I want to have a child, I want to have a job. The older you get, the less forward you look, I find. Like, I'm obviously 40 now, and I don't look 10 years ahead. I look maybe a year ahead, because I don't necessarily want to jump 10 years ahead, because I already feel old as it is. Let's not jump to 50 already. I can't imagine being 50 years old. I mean, the 50-year-old wrinkles will show, and probably my grey hair, although it is blonde and green at the minute. But the pace of life for me that I have right now, I would say is about right. Things are going at a steady pace. I've got things in the work. I've got a counsellor. I've got some hospital tests coming. I've got enough on my plate now without thinking a year ahead. Things I would be thinking of in a year ahead. Maybe I'd like to go on holiday. Maybe I'd like a few days out here and there. But I'm not thinking like 5 years ahead. Like, what am I gonna do when I turn 55? I'm not jumping, or 45 or 50 or 60. I'm not jumping ahead to try and be like, Red Rum and be the horse at the end of the race winning. Life isn't a race. I mean, who wants to rush to die? You could die any day. So take a chill pill, breathe, and let life take its course. Some people like to have a faster paced life. There are some people that are like, go, 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 go all the time, have to be doing stuff, always moving. Sometimes it's just nice to have a day where everything is chilled and calm. There's no rush, there's no time, there's no deadline. You could just breathe. So my life personally is going at an okay pace. There are days where I wish things would just slow down a bit. But in this world at the minute, everybody is like now, now, now. They're looking to Christmas, they're looking to next year, they're looking to the next 5 years. I'd like to just stay this side of 2024 for a little bit longer, and not wish the year away, personally. But the shops don't want you to. Christmas is already in store. But don't forget, it is October, so Vlogtober will be coming to my channel as well. Just plugging that one. I'm like doing this. Okay, number 2. What are the best decisions you've made in your life? The best decisions I've made in my life. Well, obviously I had kids, but that's self-explanatory. Let's delve a little deeper. Get under the surface of what else I have done that was good in my life. I guess getting rid of toxic people. I did grow up with a lot of toxic friends within my circle who eventually were disbanded or fell out of favor with. I think the best thing I ever did in my life is to be me, not conform, not change who I am. The best decision in my life would be being me. Aside from my kids, which obviously kids come as a higher priority, like one of the best decisions I ever made, the other best decision that I have ever made would be being true to myself. Like, being a goth is scrutinized, criticized, people look at you weirdly, they make comments. Like, when I had my hair green, there was no end of people just staring at me like, oh, alright, like, it's green hair, I didn't murder somebody. Like, for Christ's sake, like, what's wrong with you people? People dye their hair, paint their nails, have fake boobs. I dye my hair green, and holy Jesus. Like, the best decisions I make in my life would be to be me. I dress how I want. My house has been decorated for Halloween 3 weeks before Halloween has arrived. It was decorated 3 weeks before October arrived. I decorated in the middle of September. Why? Because I can. And the best decision that, like, as it says, that I made in my life was being true to me, being me, being proud of me, and continuing to work on myself to be the best me that I can be, whether my hair is blonde, blonde and green, black, bright pink, who cares? Why are people so materialistic on how you look, how you act, what you have? Who gives a shit? Would be my thing. My hair is green. This is the best decision I ever make, and I will dye my hair green so I could be re-looked at by the same people that went, ooh, she dyed it green again. Yes, I did. Okay, so, boys and girls of the jury, question 3. Hopefully these are some easy questions. Describe a time when you recently experienced self-love. Ooh, self-love. I do find it hard to love myself, like love who I am, love how I look. I grew up with body dysmorphia, so I've never really been satisfied in my shell, which is why apparently I turned goth. It's not, but you know, people can think what they want. People always said that goth was a phase and it was something I used to mask the underlying causes of whatever my trauma was and all of this, and like, no. But my most recent experience with self-love, apart from turning goth and like sticking the middle finger up at people who judged, would be at Christmas. Christmas 2023. Christmas 2023, I hit a very dark place. And it was the self-love within me that made me get help. I believed that I had hit such a low. I had no belief in myself. I didn't care. I was so depressed. I was just so in my own head. And it took a situation, which I'm not going to go into, to get to that far down, to then be like, no, you deserve more. You're worth more than this. Like, what are you doing to yourself? Why? Love yourself more. And I made that phone call and I got the help I need. But it had, for me, self-love had to take quite a dip to realize that I am worth something to somebody. Maybe not to everyone, but I am worth something to somebody, whether it's my family, my kids, or, you know, and I should love myself. And you're always told that you should love yourself first before you love anybody else. And I find that hard. My body dysmorphia that I had when I was younger, which made me always question how I looked and how I felt, and just all over. I wasn't happy with my entire life, really. I didn't like who I am. I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like how I looked. I just wanted to curl up and die and just be like invisible and like block myself out from the world, hide in my room and just lock myself away, which is what I did for most of my childhood. I spent it in my room, I spent it alone. I didn't really socialize, I didn't really hang out with anyone. But as the years rolled on, I did learn to love myself. But then things spiraled, and then recently I fell out of love with myself. I didn't believe I was worth people's time. I didn't believe I was worth people's effort. I was struggling. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't feel I had anybody to turn to. I felt so closed off in my own mind. And I hit rock bottom and I got the help, which is the main thing. And that's how I am still here, sitting, talking to you today, sharing my mental health journey to not only help myself to cope and to find ways of coping, but to also help you guys. If you have questions, concerns, you can share your own stories, you can share advice if you want to in the chat to help me. We can do this together. Mental health is such a taboo. And mental health is a big platform of things. It doesn't have to just be stereotyped as one kind of mental health. There is so many triggers to mental health, so many symptoms to mental health. And I know it's such a taboo subject, and half the time that my podcast is not shared out as much because YouTube, doesn't like the whole mental health thing, and I totally get that. But it is a way of people reaching out, talking, sharing stories, and it's a way of coping. So, let's move on to question number 4. We're doing well, guys. Stay with me. What's something about your body that you're grateful for? Okay, we're playing this game today. What's something about your body that you're grateful for? Well, I can tell you what I'm not grateful for first. We'll run through the things I'm not, and then I'm sure we'll find something. So I'm not grateful for the fact that I was born with spinal stenosis that creates pain every day that I have been on this planet. Not grateful for that one. I'm not also grateful for the fact that I have lost my hearing in one side to 50% and 25% in the other. Not grateful for that either. I'm not really grateful for the fact that I've had to wear glasses since I was 11. Do you have any idea how expensive glasses is? You'll feel my pain. What else am I not grateful for? And then we will change it to what I am grateful for. What else am I not grateful for about my body? I don't like the fact that I have eczema. That grinds my gears. I'm always having to itch the palms of my hands, my neck, the back of my neck, and the top of my breasts sometimes get dry skin. So I'm not grateful for any of that. What I am grateful for is my hair. Does hair count as a part of your body? I guess it doesn't count as a part. If my hair was a part of my body, it would definitely be something that I would put at the top of the list. Other stuff that I would be grateful for, I guess, would be my stomach. I'm quite toned, quite slim, I must say. I do work out twice a day. I don't eat very well, but I don't gain a lot of weight. I kind of fluctuate a couple of pounds, but that is consistently up, down, staying in the middle within a few pounds of each other. So I guess what I am most grateful for about my body would be my hair, which people are always commenting on my hair, on how long it is, how luscious it looks, how well kept it looks. Yes, it's green at the minute. You can see like green is still in it. I'm letting the dye grow out before I have it re-bleached again. And then I am going to dye it dark green. We're going to go dark green. We're going to have to re-bleach the top bit. And then we are going to go dark green all the way down, or I might go back to black. I haven't decided yet. I do love the idea of going green again, like a dark emerald green. But that would be the best part of my body, aside from my stomach, which I work 2 workouts a day to keep this temple as it is. So it's a work in progress. But I guess that would be what I'm grateful for about my body. I don't really like my glasses, my back, my hearing condition. Probably the most grateful thing I'm for is my hair and my stomach, I guess. The fact that it doesn't like to gain weight. So I can effectively eat whatever I want. Okay, so moving on to the last question of the day. Do let me know down below what parts of your body you like and dislike and why. And the last question of the day. Describe a time you felt valued and loved. Okay, this might be a harder question. Describe a time you felt valued and loved. Well, I have been single for the last 4 years, and have I felt valued or loved recently in like the last 4 years? Valued and loved. That's a hard one. I mean, valued and loved. I bought myself flowers a couple of months ago, if that counts. I don't know. I don't think I felt valued and loved for a while. Like I said, my mental health has been really bad the last year. I have been quite closed off from people. And I guess to feel valued and loved, you'd have to let people love you or let people value you. And as you know, I've been single for 4 years. I've had a rest period from dating, and trying to find that someone. Um, Not gonna lie, I have been talking to somebody, and hopefully, um, something would come of it. If it doesn't, then all well and good. Um, but feeling valued and loved, I think I struggle to feel that. And like we discussed earlier, self-love and letting somebody love you is really hard for me. My feelings are quite close to me, like closed off. Um, I do feel loved. I mean, my sons love me, my sisters love me. Their family love, if you want to call it that. But feeling valued and loved, like outside of my family, I would love to feel it. I would love to have a significant other that valued me and loved me. And maybe sometime in the future that would happen. Like I said, I am talking to a guy and I do quite like him. And if things progressed, maybe I'd feel valued and loved. At the minute, I do feel a bit stunted. I don't feel maybe the love that I should from people because, like I said, with my mental health, I do keep myself quite closed off. Feeling valued, I don't really feel much value in me. I don't think at the minute I'd have like a lot to give somebody. I'm so concentrating on my own well-being. But I do want a significant other. It's not that I don't. I just want a significant other that maybe would understand, would not sympathize with my issues, but be able to work with what I'm going through, because it's not easy dating somebody with mental health. I mean, I don't love myself as much as I used to. How are you going to expect somebody to love you? I think that's a RuPaul quote. If you don't love yourself, you know, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? So self-love is really important. And I would love the opportunity to be loved again and to give my love to somebody. There is nothing more special than finding that significant other that wants to love you and share their time with you and their future with you. And you feel that sense of warmth and pride and love. And you feel so valued that they're willing to take time out of their day and speak to you and hang with you and maybe even plan a future with you. It's a nice, fuzzy, warm feeling that I'd love to feel. But it will come in time. So let me know down below. Describe a time you felt valued and loved. Let me know, when was the last time you felt appreciated, valued, loved. It doesn't have to be by your partner. It could be your family, could be your friends, could be a work colleague, could be anybody. But that is the podcast for today, my friends. Let's go through the questions one more time, and you can share as little or as much in the comments down below. So question 1 was, how do you feel about the pace of your life? What are the best decisions you've made in your life? Describe a time when you recently experienced self-love. What's something about your body that you were grateful for or not grateful for? And describe a time you felt especially valued and loved. Disclose as much or as little as you feel comfortable. If you want to give me some solid advice in the comments, I am all open to advice. Nothing is too taboo for me to hear. If you want to help out the podcast, as it does take time to do this and it does take a toll on my mental health, you can support the channel with a PayPal super chat or super thanks, or become a member, as I have been putting stuff to members only. You can follow me elsewhere on Instagram, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And if you want to speak to me behind the scenes, you can email me, or I do have a Discord. Any questions you have, please leave them in the comments. I will answer as much as I can and in good timing. And this was episode 18 of the It's Not All Doom and Gloom podcast. I hope these questions gives you something to reflect on, and we can look to all working on our self-help and our mental health. And I will see you all very soon for another episode. Have a wonderful day, or if you're in the UK and it is tipping it down with rain now, I feel sorry for you. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye guys.